Welcome, Ji. Let us. I'm going to try to solve one interview question, and the question is that how we check the input is palindrome. Input can be string or input can be integer. So I'm going to solve this problem in both for both. If we given input is a string, if given input is a number. Okay, and I'm going to solve this palindrome solution in the three way. Normal is this using simple loop, and then using recursive functions, then using a lambda expressions. So first let's understood what is the palindrome. As per the definition, uh, palindrome is a word or character or number or phrase or a sequence of characters which reads same backward and forward. Means if you input if you have given any character of sequence like example I am given here if R A C E C A R. This is your this is your input character of sequence. Character of sequence. If you're reading from this directions, or if you're reading from this direction, both would be same. R A C E C R. Both are same. The so the logic would be we have just read check first positions match with the second position, then check second position map with the third position, with third position map with the last and this way. In this is the logic we are just reading this. Let's this is the your index I and this is your index J. We are checking both are equal, then read next, then move I here and J here, means I plus plus J minus 1. Then again move, check A if this match to this. If match, then move I, then move I. In this way we have to check the number. If you read both direction, both points are the same character, that means the input is the palindrome. If mismatch, not match, not same, that is means the input is not palindrome. So let's write the simple code for that and then check the given inputs are working. If we have a string uh, is palindrome, string input. So we have to first convert into the ch equal to input dot to curr. Okay, and here we have just take initial index 0, last index equal to uh, length minus 1, because index take while loop I less than first index less than your last index if both are same, and then your I plus plus and J minus minus. And here we have to check if both first position value not equal to ch last position value. If both are not, then return a false. Palindrome not. If you edit all the characters, and there should be boolean, return true. So this is your logic. If you just check like a string input equal to, just take example of this and south is palindrome, and if you run this code, it will return true. So what we did here, we just give an input to convert the char array ch, and this is the your initial index I, this is your last index j, and then check both characters this and this are matched or not matched. If both are the match, then increment I this, increment I this, and decrement j this. Then check next characters both are again match, then next. If any times not match, not equal to true, then return the number is not palindrome, input is not palindrome. If we have a com complete all the uh, loop in the, then is this, then this, then this, if both all are the match, then return true. If any are not match, return false. So this is the logic of your simple yeah, using the loop, simple iterative way. Sometime interview ask you can write the same code using the recursive function. So very easy. Any functions is a recursive function if from inside your function, if you know the same function anyhow. So why you know the same function? We are want to compute the same logic on the multiple times, then we have to use the recursive function. So what he in this our logic algorithm, what is the, this is the loop kind of things. The checking number and incrementing decrement is the multiple times. So this is the candidate for your recursive can be. Here you can write this code in recursive function and return the value. So if you write the recursive function, so we have a take recursive function return boolean is palindrome, select recursive, and here what input need, array of characters and I and j, three value need. So here I am a characters array comma index, starting index and last index. Okay, the here return each and everything return true. So what we have check here, here we check if both are not match, means key if characters of first position not match the characters of your last position, then return false. Okay, and here uh, if uh, this is I if you I less than j, then you are invoking a loop. Then if I less than j, then just return what recursive call ch comma I plus 1 comma j minus 1. So this is the way you can write the same code. This but for invoking here recursive, I have to write a method that take input string, static boolean is palindrome recursive string input. Here is just invoke is recursive input dot char array and initial index and your last input length minus 1. If you run it, okay, we have to invoke first. I have to a recursive call And if you run it again, okay. So this is the way of you can write the same code of uh, same iterative code as a recursive call. How will do recursive call? Just make this code in a recursive form here. If the input number is both characters are not matched, return false. If we are less than I and j less than index, then we invoke the same function. This function invoke from this is the recursive call. And if you check all, return true as return false. And if I am going to write the same using lambda expression, so how will I write? A static boolean is palindrome using lambda. We have a string input. So I'm going to think here what we are doing. We are only checking this first position character matched with the last position characters. If none of any match, then return true, else return false. The same activity we can do here. We are working on the index basis. The index is integer, so here I am going to use the return int stream dot range function. Range from, we are if you notice here we are iterating loop from your kind of if your this is the length, you are want this one time, one iteration, you are taking a two position handling. With then next, the second position, then this, then means you are a one, two, three. You are internally you are iterating half of your input character array. So I am going to 0 to your input dot length divide by 2. Okay. After that, what I am doing, if none match, then return true. So I am having none match, and given index, what index come, I am just check same here like this. So you have a input dot caret position value not equal to uh, input dot caret uh, length. You have just length, input dot length minus I minus 1. That is done. What here did we? Just checking this is your first characters and this is your last character. If not match, then continue, else match, then return true. So they are non-matching functions. Only return true if all are the input from 0 to half length are not. If match, then return false. If not match, then return true. And if you invoke this function, same output. And now if you look the code, this is your iterative way code, this is your recursive way code, and this is your one line lambda expression code. The same logic what we did here, the same logic what we did here, the same logic what we did here. So Stream API provide the functionality you can achieve the same way. This code you can write, you can use this code in a multi-threaded environment in parallel pro. Here we can do parallel processing, multi-threading as well as. But here you cannot do multi-threading. We have to write some kind of thread safety synchronizations. Here we are mutating variable, assigning global variable, then changing. Here we are not mutating any variable. We are not doing any extra internal variables. We are not modifying any variables. So if your program is a purely immutable, that means your functions is a good candidate for a multi-threaded or parallel processing. So in these functions, you notice we are not taking any extra variable, we are not going any assignment, we are not doing any plus minus increment. Each and everything is done by API, and you can achieve the same target. And this function, if your any function, if not modify any external resources or variables, are not mutating any content, then your function is a pure. Okay, so lambda function stream API support, you can write very concise and immutable codes. The same thing, you are also here iterating a loop from 1 to initial, from 0 to your length minus 1. What the same is doing here. And here you are checking the first character match to the last character. We are also here checking first character match with the last characters. And after that we have a taking a loop, plus minus, and rest of things is done by your API itself. And we are just check a non-match, then return true and false. So if anything match here, then return this value. If not anything match, then return this true value. If any match not match, then return true. If all the loop come, then return your true. The same work is done here. Okay, so if given input is a string, then you can write code like this. What happen if given input is a number? If number is your 1, 2 and 3, 2, 1, how will check this number is palindrome or not? For number, generally we are not if this is the string, you can check, compare this with this with this, and then check check this is palindrome or not. But in the case of number, we have to do some mathematical calculation. What we have to, we have to just reverse this number. And if reverse number 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, both numbers are same, then we can say palindrome. How to do any numbers reverse? 1, 2, 3 reverse number, 3, 2, 1. How will do? First we modulo this number, get this modulo this number, get last three number, and then 3, then just you multiply by 10, then plus, then again modulo this number, get 2, then again uh, plus 2 modulo divide by 10, and then simple way. So let's give logic. 1, 2, 3. If we modulo 10, 10, you will get 3. And if you number 1, 2, 3, divide 10, you getting a 1, 2. Okay. So you are just stored this. And second, again your number input this. Again 1, 2, modulo 10. This give you 2, 1, 2, divide by 10. You are getting a 1. Again 1 modulo 10, you are getting a 1. 1 divided by 10, you are getting a 0. So here this is the 3 number, then 2 number, then here 1 number. Here multiply by 10 is equal to 30. This is the plus 2, 32. Then again multiply by 32, multiply by 10, plus 1, the 3 to 1. Then this way mathematically we are retrieve. Let's write the code for the same. If string, let's boolean uh, is palindrome, if you number input number, then I will do. So I'm writing the same number in the three way. One is the simple iterative way, then recursive way, then using the lambda expression. Let's if let's we have a one hold the number and पहले we have to write a function return return n double equal to your uh, reverse int reverse int. I have to pass the n. So we have to write one function reverse. Let's key static return integer reverse int and given input n we have to reverse here. How to reverse here? We have to just take one sum variable, sum equal to 0 initially, and then while your number input greater than 0, then what we did was sum equal to sum multiply by 10 plus u modulo number modulo 10, and then number equal to number divided by 10, and then we have to after come loop return your sum. Okay, just now check the given parent number equal to parent or false. Like integer input number, let's give 1 2 3 4 3 2 1. If you pass input is parent, if input pass this, this is not parent. If you going to reverse, if you write this 1 2 3 this way, if you run this, both read this from this would be the same 1 2 3 1 2 3 in this way it's work. So what the logic here, that any given input, check the reverse of that input and both are the match, then palindrome or not palindrome. So how checking any integer number reverse? Let's give input 1 2 3. How to reverse number? Let s equal to 0 and then number greater than 0, yes, number greater than 0, then s multiply by 2, when s equal to 0 multiply by 0 plus modulo and modulo of this equal to 3, and then this number become a divide by 10, then next number is a 1 2, and then second loop come, number is 1 2, number is 1 2, and then here s equal to here 3, 3 multiplied by 10 30 plus modulo 2, and the number divide, if number divided 10, number equal to 1. So next iteration your number is equal to 1, your summation, this is summation 32 and plus modulo of this modulo 1, and then number 0, and then again go to return number 0, greater than 0, loop is over, then return yes. What is this? You multiply by 10, multiply by 10, here multiply by 10, multiply by 10, 3 2 1. If someone asks write the same code in using recursive, then how will do? I can write the same code in the recursive. So let's write recursive static int uh, is palindrome recursive input number. I'll do. I'm doing if uh, I am write simple one return another the boolean is uh, palindrome recursive. Let's I'm palindrome. I'm given any uh, number, and here we have to pass here sum. Initially I am passing here sum 0, and here I have to write those function boolean boolean is palindrome. I have a integer number and integer sum. So if your number now if number greater than 0 number 0, if number 0, then return your summation, and n double equal. Okay, this return a int value. Okay, and if else else you return call the recursive function. What we did here, we have to number. What you do, number divide by 10, just divide the number divided by 10, and then what you did s is equal to like this, just this s modulo 10 and number. So this is the way you can invoke the this is the recursive function. Now this recursive invoke and finally return those number, and here the recursive your reverse number and check both number are matched, then just return. So you can invoke the same recursive. This is the recursive function. What you check the reverse match is or not. How to take a reverse appellant using the recursive, just check number 0 then s, then invoke the same function, just number modulo 10. Before calling this function, we have to evaluate the um, modulo of modulo of 10 modulo of 10 plus a sum with the multiply by 10. Then find the same result. Okay, let us this is the this two way we have to written code. One, you are using your iterative normal loop. Second, using your recursive function call. A second, third, I am going to write the same way using the lambda expression. Static boolean is palindrome using lambda. Your input So what? So I'm what here we are doing the same thing we can write in the lambda expression. We are iterating the number with the number and checking if a number greater than 0, that is number divided by 10 greater than 0, then what we're doing is just summing those value. So stream provides some kind of iteration function, some kind of reduce some for some function and summation. So I'm going to return stream dot iterate function dot sorry s stream 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 dot iterate is the one method which take three the argument. One is the input number from where the start input number, and then after that what is the you can the positions, and then your input number. And so I am going to here take n number till number modulo 10, and then second not equal to 0, and then third you have to make oh sorry, this is the third number, this is the third. Second we have to number 2 unary operator. This is your binary operator. Then sum. Then the second input number not equal to 0 and divide by 10, and then the reduce function. What reduce to reduce take unary operator entity, and then second take a 2 operator sum and your input number. Then what do sum multiply by 10, then plus number modulo sorry modulo number modulo 10, then this return, then your input number double equal to what do you here say, that is your input number. Okay, this is your input number, and then check this is the limit until the number is not equal to null, then type this it sorry until the number is not equal to 0, this iteration going on. And what the iteration, n equal to n modulo 2, this is the this is your this n equal to n modulo 2, this is the check if number is equal to greater than 0, this is a check your this, and this is your input number. This input number first time what we do initially, this your s equal to 0, then what s multiply by 10, then number your this is the input your input number, then modulo 10. After that whenever you go to check this to look like this, first this is your initial number, then check going to here s equal to 0, then here s equal to 0 number modulo 10, So what is the number? Input number modulo 10. Then after that going to check here, number divided by tens. After that jump here. If number is not equal to 0, 9, no. Then come again here. Then this is the next input. Then modulo 10. Modulo 10, then sum with the value. Again come this position, then this position, then this position. This way, this iterative works, and using lambda expression we are able to solve this same question in one liner as well as. If you know this function as well as. So here we are able to get the same output. So here we are able to notice that we are able to write the same code in normal simple loop using iterative, second code using the recursive function, and third you are using lambda expression. In the lambda expression, simply Java stream class provide kind of infinite iterator. This is your condition until your loop is going to that. This is your increment decrement. What kind of, this is your number for which the stream is going on. Okay, so here we are just check a reduce method. In the reduce parameter we have passed the identity function, your identity summation identity. Here I want to sum the sum identity function is the 0, and then here this is 0 passed to the here, and then this is your input number, and then we are apply the summation 0 and then your modulo of 10. So whenever this done, after that, next time loop go here, next time here number divide 10, and then after that second check number greater than 0, again do the same operation. After that again come here, check number divide by 2, and check again going. ये increment decrement है, look like है. This is your condition check. ये your in, ये increment decrement, ये condition check. So you can apply this condition check. If you miss here, you can apply in the with the limit as well as. So in this way, here we are able to solve the same palindrome check is the using a recursive, using a iterative method, using a recursive method, using your lambda expression. Here you notice that we are not taking any extra variable, you are not mutating any variables. This function only work on your input, they are not doing any extra modification update. Just this function is your pure function, just given input, check your input equal to the your, this is some just your reverse of the number. A reverse of number you can write are using this way, are using this way, are using this way, using a stream API. Okay, so hope now you are familiar how we can write iterative way, recursive way, and the same code you can write your lambda expression. Lambda expression, the code is more concise and more readable, and this is the very less uh, code, and this your function is the more the pure functions, pure method. They are not mutating any things. If any function or method that not mutating anything, you can write this code for the multi-threading. You can use this method in multi-threaded environment in parallel processing. But here you are very mutating variables and updating changing this global variables. If this loop is going to modify, might be multiple threads work here, so output could be the different. But in the case of you writing code in a functional programming styles using lambda expression, then your code, if in this method you are not mutating any variables, then your code, your method is a pure. And if your method is pure, you are able to use the same code in your multi-threading environment as well as. So my here input is that whenever you are writing any code, if you are familiar with this iterative way, it's good. If then we think about the recursive way, but nowadays you will try to write the same code using the lambda expression. Lambda expression kind of things that enforce you to write code in majorly small code, and your pure code, and you are not mutating anything. So if you're writing such code, that code can be used in any kind of multi-threaded and parallel coding environment as well as. Okay, the suggestion is that you will try to write a code in using the lambda expression as feasible. If you are able to write code lambda expression, your code is concise and less error prone because you are not modifying any input variable, any you are not using any extra variable, you are not doing manual looping, you are not doing manual increment decrement, you are doing with the help of FP, functional style. Okay, functional programming, and this is the your iterative programming. In initial in iterative approach, developer have to specify each and every steps how the particular logic would be done by the compiler. But in the lambda expression in functional programming style, we are just informed to the API, I want to do this, not how to do. Here I am just want to say I want to iterate a loop. This is your initial number, and this is your increment decrement, this is your condition check, and now I want to perform this summation. How to make loop, how to increment decrement internally, that is the part of API. So functional programming just focus on what part, not how to achieve it. Due to that, only focusing on what part, your code become a concise and majorly try to write code in immutable format. Okay, hope it is useful, and my suggestion, my input here tag, whenever you are writing any code, try to learn from the normal iterative way, then recursive way. If feasible, you will also try to write the same code in the lambda expression as well as. This help you to learn something new. Learn how Java provide lots of stream API. Whenever we are using the lambda expression in a code, you feel comfortable to write the code in lambda expression. In the futures, majorly any frameworks, any API support, uh, lots of new frameworks also going to use the concept of lambda expressions that help to learn the future programming, future framework as well as. Okay, hope it's useful to you. If okay, thank you for watching this video.